Former co-host of The View, Jedediah Bila, is receiving a lot of backlash after she returned to the show and was talking about why she decided not to get the COVID-19 vaccine. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So as you know, The View has a variety of people that come through on the show. Mostly it is liberals that have a conversation, but they always have a seat of a conservative there. As you know, Meghan McCain recently left the show, and a lot of you said, hallelujah. However, one of the things that really has built the show is because of the variety of opinions on the show, more specifically this conservative conversation. And I used to watch The View religiously, and I've seen the change over the years. And as it moved more into the political realm, I really thought they found a magic with the group of women that they had during the season that Jedediah Bila was there. She was only there for a season, and the rumors on the street was because okay, let's talk about the rumors before we get into what Jedediah said on this latest episode. So the rumors on the street was that because her now husband, at the time was just her boyfriend, was trying to have them sponsor her engagement ring, her wedding. You know, what Star Jones did on The View. Well, they didn't want to do that because they saw what happened with Star Jones. They didn't want to use the platform to sponsor anything with her. That was the rumor. Okay, so that's all alleged. The other part of this that people forget when it comes to TV and these positions is that they do have focus groups. And unfortunately, with the conservative crowd, Jedediah is not conservative enough. And I know a lot of you are like, what? Well, technically, she considers herself a libertarian. There is this spectrum on the Republican side that, you know, there are different groups, and she's a libertarian. But she's still very conservative in her opinion. And I actually liked Jedediah. So many of you I used to see in the comment section say, we want Jedediah back, because of the way that she would have the arguments on The View versus how Meghan McCain would have the arguments on The View. Meghan McCain is the person that they really wanted to have on the show to replace Jedediah. And when she became available, they snatched her up and they got rid of Jedediah. And then you guys have been screaming ever since. Well, Jedediah is promoting another book, and she came on The View and shared the reasons why she was not there physically in the studio. Sidebar, Joy says that, you know, ABC's taking COVID very seriously. You can't get into the building without, you know, having a COVID vaccination. That's partly true. It's a mandate here in New York City because, you know, I come from corporate America, and I was in corporate America during these mandates. That was a New York City mandate. In order to come into a building, an office building, you had to be vaccinated. So that was partially true. It's not just ABC. It's really a New York City mandate. She couldn't legally come into that building based on the law. Okay, so we'll just leave that there. But the ladies, you know, we call this The View, and a lot of people are in uproar. And I see a mixed reaction. Some people are just like, oh, she's anti-vax and da-da-da-da. And some people say, why don't you guys let her speak? Let her speak. It gets very heated in this conversation between Joy Behar and Sunny Hostin. We have to remember, Sunny Hostin lost in-laws during this. I've heard so many stories of kids that had lost parents during this pandemic. But I'll share my opinions on all of this at the end. And as always, I want to hear your thoughts as well. But let's take a listen to what went down on The View just the other day between Jedediah Bila, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin.
Hey, what is the best decision for me? However, I do oppose mandates. I oppose them on the fact that let's look at the science. This is a vaccine that was created to prevent severity of disease and to prevent hospitalizations. Now, we can have a whole debate on that in itself, but the vaccine does not prevent you from getting COVID and does not prevent you from transmitting COVID.
Oh, my goodness.
Reality,
well,
and we have seen that.
That's not so. Come on. No, you've been at Fox TV too long.
Joy, you don't have to listen to me on that. You don't have to listen to me. You can listen to the director of the CDC. You can look at the CDC's website. That is why masks were reinstated for people who were vaccinated, because they said, and they admitted, they came out and said, for this Delta variant, transmission is going to be a thing for vaccinated and unvaccinated people. So I'm not opposed to the vaccine, but I am opposed to the mandate 100% on the grounds of science.
People have died from COVID, including Manny's in-laws. And we've been friends a long time, but Manny's parents, I just don't understand why you would choose to prioritize your personal freedom over health and safety of others. And I just really don't think that we should allow this kind of misinformation on our website.
I am prioritizing.
We've had the United States Surgeon General debunk.
Yes, I heard what he said.
Everything that you've just said, and I just don't think we should allow this kind of misinformation on our air. I'm really sorry,
Sunny,
my friend.
First of all,
I'm really sorry,
Sunny,
my friend.
First of all, I would say.
And look, I get why Sunny is so upset by this. Sunny did share on the show that Manny's parents passed away because of COVID. And I've heard so many stories like that. I've spoken to first responders, healthcare workers. They've never seen anything like this pandemic. Some of them that quit the field altogether after this. So I get where Sunny's coming from, where healthcare workers are coming from, that this is a serious situation. Y'all know I shared my vaccine journey here on the platform. Y'all know when I got my first shot. Y'all know when I got my second shot. I said, please just make sure, check on me. Everyone gave me really great, helpful tips. Jedediah reveals that she has a medical clearance on not getting the vaccine. She did not share the specific details of that, as she doesn't have to. However, she did say information that was true. And I hate the fact that that was lost in this conversation, because Sunny's saying that she's spreading misinformation. She isn't spreading misinformation. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm not an anti-masker. But y'all know I twerk on the fence, but I'm also fair. And what Sunny was saying was incorrect. And what Jedediah was saying was mostly correct in regards to just because you're vaccinated does not mean you cannot get COVID-19. You can still get COVID-19 and you can still spread it to other people that might not be vaccinated for whatever reason. And there are reasons why people can't get vaccinated. There are some people using it for other reasons. And look, I fell for Jedediah because it kind of reminded me of when she was on the show. And that was part of the reason why it wasn't working with her being on the show, because she literally would have to, fall back because everyone was overpowering her in their opinion. And this is called The View. As I said to you before, Jedediah did say in this interview that she is not against the vaccine, but she is against mandates. Again, when I have these conversations, and I'm sharing this with you guys because I'm bold enough and I'm okay with you guys disagreeing with me in the comments, is that we often say my body, my choice when it comes to other topics. However, when it comes to this, we're like, no, you have to get it. I'm never going to sit here and tell anyone that they have to do anything with their body. I'm not. What I am going to do is protect myself, encourage people to protect themselves, because I literally just had a conversation with a friend that has not gotten the vaccine. I was like, well, you're single, you're alone. God forbid you do get COVID-19. I think this would be a good thing to protect yourself. Of course, do your research, understand what you're putting into your body. But there are a lot of you putting other things into your body that you don't really think about or care about. So I do think people are being hypocritical in a lot of ways. But I also appreciate those that are not getting the vaccine, but have been wearing masks, have been social distancing. There are a lot of people that say, oh, I'm not going to get the vaccine, but are going to Mexico or, going to house parties that are not protecting themselves. Because we have to remember that, this virus is easily transmittable. And people are forgetting that. And people are not doing what they could do to protect themselves and to protect others. The vaccine is one of those things, but there are other ways that you can protect yourself and others. I hate the fact that this conversation went down the way that it did, because there was some information that Jedediah was sharing that was accurate. And the fact that they have a show called The View and you're not allowed to share your view, this is part of the reason why Megan says she left this toxic work environment. And I hate to see it. Because I do want people to have these conversations. But we also have to understand the hypocrisy on one side when we say my body, my choice. I always go back to that because that's the clearest example, especially with everything going on in Texas and all the laws that they're doing. We're saying my body, my choice, but except here. And I get it. I get it. So many people have lost someone. So many people have been lost because of this pandemic. But there has to be a balance here. There has to be a balance. I know they're encouraging everyone to get the vaccine, but not everyone's going to get the vaccine. And I also understand on the other side of things is that this is not the first time that there have been vaccine mandates in history. Do your homework on that. Hundreds of years ago, they used to have these mandates. But again, I'm sure 100% of people didn't get it then either. As always, as a disclaimer, because I apparently got to say this nowadays, I am not an anti-vaxxer. I'm not an anti-masker. I always wear my mask. I always social distance. I had the vaccine. It's almost time for me to get my booster. I will be getting a booster. You know why? Because that works for me. I live, look, my mama might come take care of me, but still, I got to take care of myself first. And that's my choice. And as always, everyone has a right to their opinion. Let me know your thoughts without being derogatory or angry or attacking each other in the comment section. We should be able to have adult conversations. And as always, I'm not moderating adults. Okay? Guys, as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.